Okay, so I haven't talked much about XRP on this channel. Not because I'm not watching it, it just hasn't been doing anything that crazy until now. But things are heating up. ETF's approval odds have suddenly jumped to 85%. Major institutional names are lining up, and traders are throwing out some very bold price targets, including one that points all the way to $90. So yeah, I figured it's time we break this down. What's happening with XRP? What do the charts say? And is it a real breakout setup or just another hype cycle? Let's get into it. Here's what's moving the market. Bloomberg ETF analyst now gives XRP an 85% chance of getting a spot ETF approved by 2025. That's up from 65% just 2 months ago. And it's all thanks to a recent change in leadership at SETS, which might finally loosen the grip of crypto ETF approvals. We're talking Grayscale, 21 Shares, WisdomTree, Bitewise, Canary, and Franklin Templeton all lining up with applications. That's serious firepower. Even on Polymarket, where traders bet real money, odds for approval by December 31st jumped from 63% to 80% in just a week. The takeaways: institutions are circling, and if an ETF gets approved, this opens the door for massive inflow of capital. Now let's talk about the price action. XRP is currently sitting at around $2.20, but it actually dropped about 3% in the past 24 hours. That's mostly due to a weak US GDP number spooking the broader market. But here's the technical setup. XRP is trading inside a falling wedge, and if you know your patterns, that's a bullish reversal formation. If it breaks out above $2.40, the next target is $3.74, which would be the 71% move from where we are now. The RSI is above the middle line, signaling that the buyers still have momentum. But watch this closely. XRP needs to hold $2.20 as support and break throughout the $2.83 resistance zone before we get confirmation of a sustained move. Here's where the community splits. Some traders are calling for realistic midterm targets, others are aiming for the moon. Dark Defender, as respected XRP analyst, says this correction is just a wave inside a large Elliott wave structure, and we're still in the middle of a much bigger climb. Then there's Alan Crypto, who straight up dropped a $90.27 target. Not tomorrow, not next week, but as a continuation of this breakout pattern over time. His reasoning: the falling wedge breakout plus historical fractals lining up with past XRP cycles. Now, whether you believe that or not, the point is, sentiment is flipping fast, and that usually precedes the big moves. Also, let's zoom out. Why does an ETF even matter? Because it gives institution access. It turns XRP from a retail-dominated asset into something big firms can actually buy, hold, and offer to clients. That changes the game. We saw it with Bitcoin, we saw it with Ethereum. If XRP gets that green light, it's not just about the price anymore. It's about legitimacy and long-term staying power. Mark your calendar, the next big SETS decision is June 17, when Franklin Templeton's XRP ETFs will be reviewed. That could be a major market-moving date. So yeah, I haven't been deep into XRP before, but with ETFs odds at 85%, bullish patterns forming, and traders throwing out everything from $3 to $90, this feels like a momentum worth paying attention to. Let me know in the comments, are you holding XRP, buying the dip, or just watching the show? Also, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.